Hey guys, Pastor Adam here, and I hope you're having a terrific Thursday out there. Somewhere out there in America, there is some taco specials going on, Taco Thursday, or maybe it's Taco Tuesday is better, but I'm sure you're gonna go eat tacos somewhere on a Thursday. So anyway, today we're gonna be talking about awful church experiences, which I've had several of them that have God's used them to make me who I am today, and which all glory be to God for that. As much as I cried, as I had these drama filled experiences, as I had people that really are evil, wicked, plotting and scheming, they knew what they were doing the whole time, gaslighting me like we talked about the last video, but yet acting like they're not and smiling to my face while plotting betrayal the whole time. And all of these things that are just like again and again and again, it's just like a flogging. And then once we start to focus on Jesus, we're like, wow, Jesus, how could you know that you were going to be betrayed the whole time and still loved on people, or still tried to find this place of prayer and praise, and that you were fulfilling God's will in the long run, and that you did it for me and for you and all true believers that are to inherit the kingdom of the living God. Like, how could you do this? So I want you to think with me for a second on if I was, or if you're a guy, or if you're a woman, right? And for guys, for fellas, what if you just had several toxic women in your past, like I have myself too, including at a church too, of all places? I digress. But what if you had this awful, like, string of relationships, or if you're a woman, a string of awful, terrible guys, right? And what if you just like threw all women into the, oh, what a bunch of whores that plot and scheme, wretched, evil, vile things, and you just dismissed all women based on a few women? Or if you're a woman, you just judged all men based on a few awful men. And on both sides of the equation, we're doing something to attract these forces into our life to linger. But so look at the person in the mirror. But what if we did that? So let's apply that with churches. If the church is a bride of Christ and there's a relationship between a bride and a groom, then one would think that we would have this relationship with whatever church that we're in, right? So I encourage people to date around, so to speak, in a holy and righteous way. And what that means is to kind of really test the waters of, like, if I'm really called here, really observe people's resolves about things too. And you'll know if you're just meant to be there. You'll see how they treat you. You'll see if there's this unconditional love or if there's contingencies there. And really red flag the contingencies, or trying to impress people or pastors or leadership, because they see it as a very transactional process. If you serve us for A, B, and C, then we'll give you D, E, and F. And usually they drag out the process and want to see you really just keep serving them for A, B, and C. Other people are going to really, like, truly unconditionally love you, and you're gonna have to seek these people and pray for this. But once you find them, you go through the process and they're as great as gold. So basically, check this out. This is what Jesus is foreshadowing here, and he's already talking about denial. The one who welcomes you welcomes me, and the one who welcomes me welcomes him who sent me. Anyone who welcomes a prophet because he is a prophet will receive a prophet's reward. And anyone who welcomes a righteous person because he's righteous will receive a righteous person's reward. And whoever gives just a cup of cold water to one of these little ones because he is a disciple, I assure you, he will never lose his reward. Yeah, can't mess that one up. He will never lose his reward. Okay, so with that being said, we can, and actually, if you really want to go back earlier into Matthew, this is what's really awesome. There's already this kind of prescription written for these churches that reject you, exile you, betray you, where Satan has already snatched and land grabbed, so to speak, in this fallen world. If anyone, so Matthew 10, verses 14 through 16, if anyone will not welcome you or listen to your words, shake the dust off your feet when you leave that house or town. I assure you, it will be more tolerable on the day of judgment for that land of Sodom and Gomorrah than for that town. Look, I'm sending you out like sheep among wolves. Therefore, be as shrewd as serpents and as harmless as doves. So basically, God's saying right there is those people that I'm sending you with are going to catch a judgment.